How does technology help the police?
Technology helps aid police in all basic duties. 1. Crime prevention. 2. Response. 3. Investigation.
Every aspect of society, and that includes revolutionary new capabilities for police departments.
From tattoo recognition technology to the growing use of drones, these high-tech innovations are highlighted in the June edition of Wired magazine. Here to tell us about it is their editor-in-chief, Nicholas Thompson. Nick, good morning.
Good morning.
So let's start with the technology a lot of people are becoming more familiar with. That's body cameras.
Yeah.
How good is that technology now, and where do you see the future with that heading?
Well, the technology is good, and it has been good at possibly reducing violent interactions between police and innocent people. What's very interesting and what will come next is facial recognition software embedded in body cameras. So computers are getting much better at identifying faces, and you can imagine police being able to just put it on, scan the streets, and say, oh, that's a suspect.
Right.
That's somebody I need to go talk to right now.
They're also now, there are systems now to store all the images that are being collected on body cams. Is that right?
Right, so we're much better not only at collecting lots of images, but also analyzing them all. So you can imagine a sort of a mesh network of all the images taken by all the policemen, looking at them and looking for patterns and looking for people.
And it's not just faces, right?
Well, it's also tattoos and
Right.
all kinds of things. You can look for all kinds of patterns and images.
Drones, we keep hearing more and more about this. Is there this increasing concern about the number of eyes in the sky?
Yeah, so drones are going to be great for police departments. They're starting to roll them out, right? You can imagine tracking suspects. You can imagine them helping in search and rescue in hostage situations. You can also imagine flying a whole bunch of them above a crowd and either looking for a specific person or just looking at everybody and seeing who's there. That could be great. It could help keep us safe. It could identify terrorists. It could prevent bad things from happening. Or it could be Orwellian and, unreasonable government searches.
To what degree is all this new technology being used to try to anticipate or predict criminal behavior?
So that's the next level. We're starting to see that where police officers have software, or police departments have software that will tell them, oh, based on historical patterns or based on the property crimes we've seen recently, there might be another robbery on this block. Why don't you go drive around it?
Yeah.
Or we've taken all of these factors on different people, we've scored them all, and we've said this guy is possibly going to commit a crime. Why don't you go see where he is right now? That is being deployed right now in all kinds of police departments, including, controversially, Los Angeles. And we're seeing, police departments say, this is great. Helps us anticipate crimes, keep the neighborhood safe. And you're seeing people say, wait, it's just another high-tech form of profiling and, again, a violation of our Fourth Amendment rights.
Departments use these new technologies, which makes law enforcement much more powerful. We traveled to New Orleans. For the past year and a half, the city's Office of Homeland Security has been operating a real-time crime center. The city's installed over 400 cameras in hotspots, from the French Quarter to outer-lying districts. It also pulls in camera feeds from over 150 businesses and private homeowners. The system screens all incoming calls for service, including 911 calls, which automatically activate the network of cameras.
All of these cameras would spin up automatically in the software when any incident is created within a tenth of a mile of these 3 blocks.
So your eyes can be there before an officer's eyes.
Sure, all of our cameras are pan-tilt zoom cameras, 30 times optical zoom.
And you can very easily rewind back and also see it happening.
Sure, if it obviously associated with a criminal matter, we'd go through historical footage and provide that information to the officers.
Some police officers in New Orleans have quickly embraced this access to recorded surveillance cameras.
The street's pretty well covered by cameras?
Yes, cameras on every intersection.
Paul Johnson's been with the New Orleans police force for 6 years. He's a night shift detective in the French Quarter.
That camera right there, it's hiding in plain sight right there.
Correct, yes. This particular camera actually has assisted me on one of my latest cases probably like a couple months ago. We had a shooting at this very intersection at 4:30 in the morning of the gentleman that got shot, claimed to be the victim. We watched the video surveillance, went back, and it showed that actually he was actually shooting at the young man first. So it kind of, helped us exonerate the guy we were looking for.
And if you didn't have the camera, do you think you would have known the truth?
No, absolutely.
Machine learning, and can analyze the content of recordings itself without any human oversight. The crime center in New Orleans uses a product called BriefCam.
In your case, you simply said, red truck. So if I change the class of this to pickup and the color to red, I've taken the 8,213 objects that went through this space in a matter of 2 hours, and I've reduced it to 80 objects, and I can finish watching the totality of it in 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Superimposing them on top of one another.
It's bringing in that actual object onto a fixed still frame and showing its total path throughout the frame.
This is you walking up on the scene, and we're tracking you from the drone feed.
Tialdi attacks and stabs me. When this smart vest is pierced, the embedded sensors automatically notify the command post.
So they can send reinforcements.
It also switches on the body-worn camera.
Because your body camera came on, we actually have a description of who stabbed you.
An analyst from Motorola shows us how, using the suspect's description, he can electronically hunt him down.
We know that it was a man. We know that he was wearing a red shirt. We know generally what time it was. As we start seeing all these people in red shirts, we can start looking for the actual individual that we're looking for.
Motorola Solutions calls this descriptive artificial intelligence. The machine can pull from the pixels a description of a truck, a car, or a person.
You can see our results get better and better. As we get more of them, we see more and more. It also tries to isolate and pull out a clean shot of the face tile as it's called.
The face tile can be used to refine the search by looking for that same face on other cameras connected to the system.
If you have a long enough period of time, you could begin to see patterns of behavior as well.
Most definitely.
Once it knows what to look for, the system can also search backwards in time to track a particular individual's prior locations. This virtual time machine, experts say, is a game changer. It could, in many cases, eliminate the need for officers to track a suspect in person for days on end. Some of these new video analytics tools can detect weapons or unusual behavior.
Direction violated.
Privacy concerns are something that we continue to hear about. Are we, Nick, at this inflection point where you've got these technologies that are advancing at this record pace, and then people wondering, where is all this leading and where do my privacy rights actually kick in?
I think we're driving right through that inflection.
Yeah.
Paul Newell, the second in command of the New Orleans Police.
There are critics out there and people who aren't comfortable with the idea of the police having cameras.
Absolutely. The more information that we have out there, we need to make sure we're using that information for the appropriate purposes. That's one thing that we absolutely stress here in New Orleans is that, we have accountability measures in place with all the information that we have, that the information is not going to be abused by our investigators.
One of the critics questioning the surveillance cameras in New Orleans is community activist Dee Dee Green. She says that some people in her group, Stop Watching NOLA, are afraid that they're being monitored since a camera was placed right next to their community garden.
Knowing that the city is observing you and monitoring you may make people uneasy and uncomfortable about having a public conversation about the politics of the city.
In your neighborhood, is there a consensus that these cameras shouldn't be here?
No, I don't think so at all. I attend a lot of neighborhood association meetings. People will say we need a camera on this corner because this is a crime corner or this is a problem corner. It's very easy to sell the narrative that these are here for your protection. We know that people of color, black and brown folks, are disproportionately profiled and targeted by police, arrested, incarcerated. So while, no, I don't want to be mugged, I want to be in a community that's safe, I don't think expanding surveillance is the way to do that.